Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In the last video, we learned about truthy and falsy values, else if statements, ternary operators, and the switch statement. In this video, we are going to finish the next few challenges on Codecademy. Functions. Imagine we want to write a program which will calculate the area of two different rectangles. With what we have learned so far, we would first declare two variables each for the length and width of each triangle, and then store the area of each in two separate variables. This seems like a lot of work to do, and plus it's very repetitive. Instead, we can write a function which calculates the area using the parameters passed to it. Not only do functions take care of repetition, they also make code look more neat and concise. So let's look at the basic functionality of a function over here. So in this example, let's come one second. The function name is add on one side, and this pentagon is passed as a parameter. So after the function executes its code, we get the result as a hexagon, which is the output. This is basically how a function executes in coding. Function declarations. Declaring functions are very similar to declaring variables. There are many ways of declaring functions. The simplest way is to use the function keyword and then writing the name of the function along with a pair of parentheses. This function name is called as identifier. You end the declaration with a pair of curly braces. All the code which the function should execute is enclosed within the pair of curly braces. So let's come to this example. This is an example of a function which prints the string hello world. So we are declaring a function greet world, and then within the pair of curly braces we are logging the string hello world. And when we call the function over here, this string is printed to the console. Let's come to the instructions. Let's create a function that prints a reminder to the console. Using a function declaration, create a function called getReminder. So I come over here and say function getReminder, open curly braces, and yeah, the function declaration is done after opening the curly braces. Let's click run. Now the next instruction says, in the function body of getReminder, log the following reminder to the console: water the plants. So I come to the function body. The function body is all the code which exists between these two curly braces. So I come over here and say console.log. I'm just going to copy paste this string over here, water the plants, put it over there. Let's see what happens. But the instruction executed properly, but there's nothing on the console yet. This is because the function hasn't been called yet. Let's come to the next instruction. Let's create another function that prints a useful Spanish travel phrase to the console. Using a function declaration, create a function called greet in Spanish. So I come below this function and say again, function greet in Spanish, open close parentheses and open curly braces. With this, the function declaration is done. Let's click run and see what happens. The next code says, the next instruction says, add code to the function body of greet in Spanish. In the function body, console.log the following phrase to the console. This phrase, okay. Console.log, open quotes, and I'm just going to copy paste this. Come over here and do that. Let's click run again. The console still remains empty because neither of these functions are called. Let's go to the next lesson. Calling a function. Remember how in the previous lesson that we had put two console.log statements, but yet the console remained empty? This is because we had never called the functions later on in the code. In this lesson, we will learn how to call the functions. So in this example, Codecademy has again declared a function getGreeting, and within the function body, this function will log the string hello world to the console. So now on line 2, not on line 2, against point 2, the getGreeting function is being called. So once JavaScript encounters this statement, it will automatically go to this function declaration of getGreeting and execute all the code which is there between the curly braces. This statement is called calling a function. Let's come to the instructions. Imagine that you manage an online store. When a customer places an order, you send them a thank you note. Let's create a function to complete this task. Define a function called sayThanks as a function declaration. In the function body of sayThanks, add code such that the function writes the following thank you message to the console when logged. Thank you for your purchase. We appreciate your business. So I come over here and the first instruction says I have to declare a function. I can't type anymore. Function sayThanks, open close parentheses and within curly braces. And now the next part of the first instruction says I have to log this, oh god, I have to log this string to the console. Thank you for your purchase. We appreciate your business. Let's copy that and paste it over here. And when I click run, let's see what happens. The console still remains empty because we are not called in the function as like this getGreeting function over here. Let's see what the next instruction says. Call sayThanks to view the thank you message in the console. So now I come below this and say thanks. So this statement is similar to this getGreeting statement over here. So when JavaScript encounters this statement, it comes to this function declaration and encounters all of the executes all of the code which is there between these two curly braces. So let's run and see what happens. Now the string is logged to the console. Thank you for your purchase. We appreciate your business. Functions can be called as many times as you need them. Imagine that 3 customers placed an order and you wanted to send them each a thank you message. Update your code to call sayThanks 3 times. So I'm just going to copy this code. So if this function is called 3 times, this statement will be logged to the console 3 times. So when I click run, as expected, this string is logged to the console 3 times. But before we go to the next lesson, let's test out something. What if we call the functions before the function declaration? So I come over here and I paste. I'm not going to paste all 3. I'm just going to paste 1. So now we can see that the function is called before the function declaration. Let's see what happens when I click run. There are no errors and the string is printed successfully. So this is one difference between functions and variables. We cannot use variables before declaring them, but we can definitely call functions before declaring them. Parameters and arguments. Let's go back to calculating the area of a rectangle. We have to pass the length and width of each rectangle to the function which calculates the area, so we would get a value. To do this, we pass the numerical length and width of the rectangle at the function call, and in the function declaration, we associate these numerical values with variables. The variables in the function declaration are called parameters, and the values in the function call are called arguments. So let's come to this example over here. In the function calculate area, Codecademy has passed 2 variables, width and height. These two variables are called parameters. They are only local to the function. So now in the function call for the same function calculate area, we are passing numerical values which represent the width and the height of the rectangle. These 2 numerical values are called arguments. So now let's come to the instructions. The sayThanks function works well, but let's add the customer's name in the message. Add a parameter called name to the function declaration for sayThanks. So parameters come within the function declaration within the parentheses. So I come here and say name. Now let's click run and see what happens. We can go to the next instruction. With name as a parameter, it can be used as a variable in the function body of sayThanks. Using name and string concatenation, change the thank you message to the following. So thank you for your purchase plus name. We appreciate your purchase. Copy and paste above message into your code. Okay, so I'll come over here and just copy this. Come over here, delete what's over here already and just paste it over there. Let's click run and see what happens. Instruction is executed successfully. The console is still empty because we are not calling sayThanks function. So let's come to the third instruction. A customer named Cole just purchased something from your online store. Call sayThanks and press Cole as an argument to send Cole a personalized thank you message. So I come here and say sayThanks. Within now as arguments I pass the string Cole. And so now before running this code, let's review this code. So when you're calling the function, the variable name takes on the string call. So when JavaScript encounters the name variable in this console.log statement, it replaces the string call within the string. So when we run, let's see what happens. Indeed, the executions happen exactly as you expected. Thank you for your purchase call. We appreciate your business. But now, before ending this video, let's test something. We have passed a variable name to this function, but before this function, let's say I put my name. I declare another name over here. I'll make it const name is equal to Gautam. And now below, so now there are two name variables, this one over here and this one over here. Below this say thanks, let me type console.log this statement, console.log hello plus name. So now let's see let's see the output now. Let's click run. It says thank you for your purchase call. We appreciate your business, and it says hello Gautam in the next string in the next line. Sorry. So remember when I said that parameters are not parameters parameters only are local to the function. That means this name variable will hold the value of call only within this function. This name will hold the value of Gautam everywhere else in the code. So therefore, since this name variable is passed is executed inside the function, it is replaced by call. But since this name is being called outside the say thanks function, it will be replaced by the string of Gautam. So guys, that was it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you for watching.